So we're going to move into our fourth quarter, which is
Yeah.
nothing but questions. So everybody out there, if you have a question, post it on the chat, and it's just going to be open forum. We're just going to talk some Eagles. I do as we go into let's just spend a couple minutes as we go into the fourth quarter.
No
Talking
shots.
about now, I gotta do something, so I can't do the shots right now. So I can't. Well, you can. I mean, if we want to take it, we can take a shot.
Nah, man. I'm taking a shot for the Avengers, man.
Oh
Shot,
yeah, that was good. Yeah,
shot
that
to
was excellent, man. I mean, that just catapulted itself into my top 5 Marvel movies. That was awesome, man. I have to talk. I know this is Eagles talk, but I'm a comic book movie geek, so.
Yeah.
This movie was the biggest superhero ensemble in the history of movies. I mean, and I'm not talking about the quality of the movie. I'm just talking about the sheer numbers of heroes in the movie. You've never seen another movie with this many superheroes in it. And they did a wonderful job in balancing the time and stuff like that. Now, some of your favorites might not have gotten as much screen time as you want to, but the movie moved at such a pace that you really didn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't mind it. And the pairings they had with the Galaxy of the Guardians, they had some good pairings in the thing, and they really complemented one another. So it was excellent, man.
I got a great theory that I actually kind of I can't say it on the show because a lot of people probably didn't see it yet. But moving on, I see you got some questions coming up. I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay, all right. So here's one from Ruben Rivera. What do you think is Mac Hollins' future in our offense? Well, prior to Mike Wallace, I thought Mac Hollins was going to be that that number one candidate to be the second wide receiver 2. And I thought that because it just seemed like the natural progression before the Mike Wallace signing. Not only was he utilized somewhat last year, it just looked like that was going to be the natural progression. And then they signed his college coach as the wide receivers coach. It just led me to believe that this guy was going to be wide receiver 2. And then they come and sign Mike Wallace. So I think Mike Wallace has the upper hand. But one thing I like about this team is, like, if you prove yourself or if you earn it, you're going to get it. So he still has the opportunity to do some things in the off season to try to win that spot. So it's still up in the air to me, but he's definitely in the mix for the future. They may not just have enough confidence in him at the present time, hence the Mike Wallace signing, but he's going to have every opportunity to be that second wide receiver in the future. He's not going anywhere. If you think, what do you think?
Yeah, no, he's not going anywhere. I mean, he's going to be between the fourth and fifth receiver. You got to look at it like the offense is a kind of spread the ball offense. You don't have no number one receiver. Your actual number one receiver is your tight end. If you got Alshon on one side, you got whoever on the second side, then you have your slot receiver who's going to be Nelson. Then you have the other guys that contribute like Mac Hollins, Sheldon Gibson. This is going to be a big year for Sheldon Gibson.
Yeah.
He was coming out when he came out of West Virginia. He was the guy known for his speed. He's a speed guy. I think he ran a 4.39 at his combine. I mean, if you look at his college tape, that's what he was known for, his speed. But in the last offseason, in training camp was, his hands.
Yeah.
He can get open, but he can't catch the ball. So this transition to this year for him is going to be huge because I think he's going to be, the ace in the hole that we're going to hold. Because Matt Collins, he did some great things at 6'4". He's a special team demon too, and he has speed at that height. So he's going to definitely contribute. But we're going to need some people to come in there. Say for instance, we go against a team like the Rams who have these plethora of corners, coming at us. We're going to need some other receivers to keep those corners at bay. And this is going to be the perfect opportunity, especially the way Doug Peterson likes to draw his offense up. You never know who's going to be the one to be the most outspoken receiver for the game. So
I like that about him. But here's a question. Marbell Weinstone asks, how do you guys think we would do with our coaches? Yeah, Marvel, we haven't talked to him in a while. How do you think how do you guys think we will do with our coaches leaving? Do you think the replacements will step in and get us back to where we were? I think we have some good replacements. Grow, the former wide receivers coach, who is now the offensive. What is he now? The offensive coordinator. He's an offensive.
Yeah, he's like assistant offensive coordinator. I think he is, because I think
or did he go to the? He's a quarterbacks coach. He's the quarterbacks coach now.
Eric Grow.
Yeah, Eric. No. Yeah. The wide receiver coach. Who took Frank White's spot?
Frank White. It was the assistant. I can't think of it right now.
I thought it was Grow. Grow is the offensive coordinator, right?
If you give me a minute, I'll pull it up for you. How about that?
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull it up too. I think it's Mike Grow, but he is a wide receiver coach.
Mike Grow is the offensive coordinator.
Right. Yeah. I think that we're not going to lose anything there. I think that the choice was between him and Deuce Staley and Doug EP was a little more preferential to a former quarterback because he likes to have the same type of, and Mike Grow is a former quarterback. So he got promoted. Plus he's a high energy guy, great motivator. You see what he did with Nelson Aguilar since he's gotten here. I have to put that on his resume. He helped turn Nelson Aguilar around. And the only way I give him credit for that is because he has a history of helping wide receivers during his term as their coach. He helped Alshon Jeffrey have his best season when he was in Chicago. He helped Kenny Britt have his best season when he was with the Rams. He's helped people get the best out of their ability when he's been the wide receiver coach. And I think he's going to take that same energy and that same intelligence of the offense to the offensive coordinator position. And quarterbacks coach now, I don't think we lose anything.
It's Press Tiller. Quarterback coach is Press Tiller. He was assistant quarterbacks coach here. So everything that he pretty much learned, he's going to be doing the same thing that was done last year. I think we're solid right now when it comes to our coaches, because even though Mike Groh is going to be the offensive coordinator, I believe he's still going to help with the receivers with Gunter Brewer. And I mean, he doesn't have that responsibility of a real offensive coordinator, like making calls and getting the game plan together. Because Doug Peterson, that's his forte, and he's going to continue doing that, and he's very successful at doing that. And I wouldn't take that out of his hands until I see otherwise. Right now, I think we're pretty much solid with our coaching staff until we see something else change. I just want to see these players gel.
Tough question here. What's your opinion on the league blackballing players? Well, we only have 2 minutes left in this quarter. This is a very long discussion, really, really very long discussion. But I'll give you the short answer. I don't think it's fair. It seems quite obvious that is what is happening to Colin Kaepernick, and then to a certain extent, Eric Reed. Maybe a little early in the process to say that that's what's happening to Eric Reed, but he does have talent. And they may be at this point in the process. It's just regular off-season waiting that's going on with Eric Reed. But if we come to a training camp and he's not on a roster, then I'm going to have to lean towards that. The same thing may be happening to him. Colin Kaepernick, you can see that.
Yeah, you can see that with Colin. Actually, he it may be a possibility that he does sign with the Seattle Seahawks. I actually heard that yesterday. Right. He has to go to a workout, but it was a trial thing that's going on with the NFL and him with the collusion. So they're waiting for that, for that to run its course. Eric Reed, I know he's a free agent. He played pretty well with the 49ers. His brother actually got drafted in the 3rd round to the Texans. He's a defensive back also. But I think Eric Reed, what's going to happen is you're going to see a runoff of free agents getting signed towards the beginning and start of training camp. And just to fill these 90-man rosters. And I think Eric Reed is going to be one of those guys that get signed. The only thing I do believe there is a blackballing that's going on in the league. And I think it's a terrible thing. I know we only got like 30 seconds left on this 4th quarter. And I know Dante, I know you can talk. I know you can talk about it for an hour. I can go right with you and talk about it for an hour. And I mean,
yeah, we need I got people that want to do a whole show on that, but
yeah.
yeah, that's just the
If we want to
short
do,
and sweet part of it.
if we want to do, oh yeah, thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Gotta see the banner. If we want to do a whole show on that, man, I got a whole platform of guys that want to come on to the show to do it, and you could do a roundtable if you want to.
Oh yeah, I definitely got some people for that. So thanks for the question.
Yeah.
That is our dang. Since you said you didn't like the ringing didn't even happen. It didn't even ring.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the quarters, guys. All right, yeah. Hey Pat,
Yeah.
is that's not the banner you showed us, is it?
No. The banner I showed you. All right,
it's way bigger than that.
I don't know if you can see it here.
I'm going to give you the whole screen because you need it for this. So I'm just going to stand off to the side somewhere.
All right. So I have a friend that works for the city, and when the city does their cleaning up, I'm not going to say their friend's name. When it was cleaning up for the Super Bowl, for the parade, they had to take down the flags, the championship banner flags, and he was so gracious enough to actually give me one of them, a couple weeks ago. So I can't put this in the whole screen. I'm gonna try to, because it's a huge banner.
It's huge.
It's just, if you was there at the parade, this is the banner. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, we can't even back up far enough to get the whole thing, but it's one of the banners that was hanging during the parkway there, and it was huge. Yeah, and it says world champions on it. I'll have to kind of describe it to you guys who are listening on the podcast. It says world champion, and it's huge. It's almost like a blanket. Like it's
yeah. I don't know if you can see it. I had to show the eagle at least and a little bit of the champion on it, but
that's awesome. But we do like that banner in the back there. That's awesome too.
Yeah, that's a great banner.
Yeah, that's a great banner. I would love a whole show. Yeah, Ruben, we'll let you know when we do something like that, a whole show on that. But guys, we thank you guys for tuning in. Just quick before we go, because we got, we let you guys go, and you'll have 2 hours to get ready to Marbell wants to buy it. He said, how much?
Hey, Marbell, I'll talk to them and see if they have another one. Maybe they put them in storage or something like that for next year. But I asked him if we have any more. If not, that's all right. And I think that's my brother coming in now.
All right. Well,
we're
about to end. But look, before we go real quick, that's like, my dudes. Joe, why you going to? I was just about to talk about the game. 2 hours, T minus an hour and 57 minutes to the Sixers face Boston Celtics. The beginning of the new era of Boston Sixers rivalry is about to begin tonight. These teams should be rivals for the next decade or so. Each team are loaded with young talent that should be around, and this should be a nice rivalry for the next decade. It's not going to be a pushover. I think our Sixers can do it, but I don't think it's going to be easy by any means, even though the Celtics are minus Kyrie Irving and Hayward. I think they have some young guys such as Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, who will be out tonight. And what's my man named? The guard, the little short guy. What's his name? He was awesome last game.
Hey, Rozier.
Yeah, Rozier. Oh my God, Rozier. Those three guys are young.
In the show.
Yeah, these guys are young and talented, and they're going to be a formidable force to be reckoned with. But of course, we have Ben Simmons and Embiid and a bunch of shooters and a tenacious defense. It's going to be a great matchup tonight. And I can't wait to get to it. So, man, thank you for everybody for tuning in. Shell, thanks for coming. We're going to see you guys next week, Monday. Same bat place, same bat time. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight, for Shell and Patrick. We're out. We'll see you guys later. Enjoy the game tonight. Peace.
Peace.
EAGLES